What is a society? How do we benefit from a society that is perpetually trying to dumb down not just Black students, all students? We're seeing kind of the replacement of hard academics, learning things that you learned in school, with these sort of psychological conditioning programs, learning about white privilege and learning about 26 different genders, as opposed to
Right.
learning mathematics and science. What is the ultimate goal, and just
Well, I mean,
why?
it's all about the Marxism and the critical race theory. One of the things that I hope that your viewers will dig deeply into is critical race theory. And I strongly encourage people to read Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. And when they challenge the academic institutions that are discriminating against them, they would be following one of those rules. Saul Alinsky says, make your enemy live up to his rule book. His rule book is that student handbook, and those things the university says it stands for, make them live up to what they say. And I would encourage young people, even though academia right now is like a cesspool in a way, there's not a lot of real learning going on. There's plenty of indoctrination, but not critical thinking. To be a critical thinker, you have to be exposed to different ideas, more than one side. There's very little of that taking place. But I believe that conservative youth can go into colleges, universities, and get PhDs and get through. And that means that some people will be like the two of us. They'll be outspoken. And people will know who you are, and you will either thrive if people like you and you're winsome and that you really are intelligent. You know their arguments as well as your own arguments. You can put it through. You can get through. And there are enough classical liberals, that believe in free speech and the Constitution that will support students. But I think there's a place for students that are very that use a little bit of subterfuge. That you don't have to tell everyone what you're thinking, and sometimes you, and I would say like sometimes during the interviews for medical school, they will ask students questions, applicants, that's designed to eliminate those, that may be pro-life. And I think that they have to use great wisdom and that there's nothing wrong. We don't want to be deceivers. Like Saul Alinsky was into deception, manipulation, and infiltration. I think we should be into infiltration. There should be no place that's safe for liberals, and that we have to know what they're doing. To be able to infiltrate, you have to get into those places, and you have to keep your mouth shut at times and realize that we are in a cultural war. And I will argue that the rules of engagement during war are different from other periods of time. And in the Bible, for people that read the Bible, people used subterfuge when they needed to use it. And so I'm not encouraging people, to lie, but I'm saying you can be strategic. You can get through. And I think that we need conservatives everywhere. And we need people that believe in America, believe in its Constitution, have values and principles.